One of the craziest experiences that I had as a teenager was when my friend and I were driving home from an all-night house party. And on the morning, we set off fairly, well, say fairly early in the morning. It was probably about 8 o'clock or so after this party. And we had the car loaded up full of our gear. We've been playing in a band there, and it was my bass, amps, my friend's guitar. And we set off from the countryside where this house party had been, with no parents in and a bunch of teenagers who had their fun the night before. Off we went back to our homes, and we were going fairly briskly. Both of us were sober, neither of us had been drinking, but we were going at quite a pace. And the roads that we were travelling on were quite windy, there were quite a few bends in them. And at one point, my friend hit a corner at such an angle that knocked us off course. So we were slaloming across the road, zigzagging on both sides of the road, and the vehicle was totally out of control. And at that moment, as we were out of control, I say the moment, it felt like an eternity at the time. But at that time when we were out of control, I was thinking, gosh, we really could be goners here. I knew that it was possible that we could have a fatal accident in that situation, because we were going at speed and we were entirely out of control in that car. To cut a long story short, by what I consider to be a miracle, both of us were fine and entirely unscathed. We didn't even bear a bruise or a scratch as a result of that. And thankfully, all of our guitars and everything in the back were okay as well. And my first reaction when the car came to its sudden but gentle stop, with us both being entirely unharmed, no impact or anything, was gratitude. It was to get out of the car and start shouting like a lunatic, "We are alive." And I felt extremely grateful for that, for being alive, for life itself. That near miss really brought out some gratitude that was inside of me that hadn't surfaced before for life itself. And I was probably about 17 or 18 at the time, but it stayed with me ever since. And I think about this near miss experience now because I think about how many near misses many of us are experiencing at the moment in relation to the coronavirus situation and the implications of that situation. And my message really is to encourage people to think and reflect on these near miss experiences and lean into them and think about what a blessing it is that the bad thing, whatever it is, didn't happen. Because I do realize that a lot of people have lost at this period of time. People have lost jobs, people have lost businesses, and people have lost loved ones as well. But my encouragement in this video is very simple: to think about those things that we have got, that we have been blessed with. I don't want to try and just tell people to count their blessings and to ignore the bad stuff that's going on and wish it all away or anything like that. What I am saying, though, is that it is powerful when we count our blessings. I can't count anybody's blessings for them, and nobody can count their blessings for me. This is an individual task. I have to count my blessings myself if I'm to get the benefit of that. If I'm to go beyond being in a state of victim mentality or a state of panic or despair or whatever it is, I have to do that exercise. I have to do the work of counting my blessings and getting that gratitude into my life for myself. That is how I'm going to benefit from it. Because once we do that, once we embrace gratitude and we make it part of our lives and we are grateful for life itself and everything that we've been blessed with, then we are able to transcend ourselves, our own needs, wants and desires. And when we do that, we are able to focus on serving others, because it's only through serving others that we can truly find and have and live a life that is full of purpose, meaning and fulfillment.